Hey, Natasha here from Big Rock Organics, and welcome to week 2 of the CSA. I hope you have been enjoying everything. I will say that if at this point you still have some goodies in the fridge, it is time to saute them all together or make a soup. Go ahead and get all of that cooked and ready to go to get your fridge ready for the new box, because you have lots of awesome goodies this week. So we have a couple new things, a few exciting things this week. Of course, we've got that spinach, that gorgeous spinach. And one of my favorite things to do is to make spanakopita, which is a delicious way to use up a lot of spinach in a hurry. So we've got spinach, it uses scallions, it uses some dill, and the wonderful pre-made phyllo dough. So it's very easy, and that makes a wonderful breakfast or a snack or whatnot. Spinach pie, as you might know it, is a great recipe to do for all of that yummy spinach. Kale also works, and chard also works well, or you can do a mixture of all of it. But that is one of my favorite dishes to make in the spring, and I think I'm definitely going to make a batch of that this week. So we have that spinach, we've got our lettuce, of course, and our lettuce, we've got a mixture of different greens. This is the same stuff that we were picking last week. It has regrown beautifully. In the coming weeks, we will have some head lettuce, which I'm really looking forward to, but we've got this gorgeous loose leaf lettuce right now. I will say that a helpful tip to prolonging the life of your greens is to take and slip in a couple of paper towels, just dry paper towels. I like to just kind of slide them in on the side of the bag, and that way it will absorb any extra moisture and it'll help it from getting slimy, as the week wears on and whatnot. I also really highly recommend taking and cleaning it and even tearing it, putting it in the salad spinner, and then you'll just have that nice clean lettuce ready to go. I also will, if I'm making one salad, I will lay out some, containers, and I'll make several salads, because you can get several days out of those pre-made salads and they're ready to go, and they make a great addition to a lunch or something like that. We're always really looking forward to those fresh greens, and sometimes you get a little overwhelmed by having so many salads, but just try to change up the toppings, try different dressing. We love the brand Brianna's, and you can find that at your regular grocery store. Our personal favorite is the Asiago Caesar. It has a really nice flavor that goes with a lot of different toppings. So try changing it up. I think there's no limit to how many salad dressings you can have. I'm kind of a dip and dressing and sauce girl, so I like all the different flavors. So change it up, change up your toppings, but try to have a salad with every single meal. It is a great goal, and especially when the greens are so fresh and so delicious, and you have those wonderful toppings, it doesn't even seem like a chore eating salad anymore. I can eat a huge plateful, and it's just wonderful and delicious. So enjoy those lettuces. We'll hopefully have many weeks of that to come. We are trying really hard to prolong the lettuce season as much as we can through head lettuce, shade cloth, and trying to keep it cool and sweet and tender, because we know everyone really likes that lettuce and wants to see it all through the year if we can. So lettuce doesn't like hot weather, but we try to do the best we can to manage ways to provide you as much lettuce as we can. Okay, we've got this new lovely green. I love these. I think they're so fun. It is a baby kale, and I love that it's reversible. So it's like this gorgeous purple on one side and this lovely green on the other side. So baby kale here, it would make a delicious salad. You can also take and saute this. You can throw it into a soup. There's that delicious lemon, it's a Italian wedding soup. You can use spinach in that, but you can also use this kale and just throw it into soups and things like that. It's just so pretty. So it doesn't have a ton of intense flavor or anything like that, so you can kind of make it, you know, any flavor that you want. And this is a new thing that we tried this year. In fact, it was really funny because when I pulled the cover off of it, that helps to keep it bug free and everything, I honestly thought I was looking at Mizuna, which is an Asian green that we've grown in the past. I don't grow it anymore, but I thought it was Mizuna, and I was really surprised that it's actually this new variety that I've never gotten of kale. So ta-da, something brand new. As you will learn, I am a purple girl. I really love anything that is purple, and so I try to grow a lot of purple vegetables, and they make me very happy. So we'll be sharing a few purple vegetables with you throughout the season. We do have a new plot of arugula this week. This is a nice baby arugula, and it is so delicious. I put some on some sandwiches this week, and oh my gosh, it's just so flavorful. So I hope you're enjoying that arugula. This will be the last week for arugula for a little while. We're getting a new planting prepared, but we try to stagger things, so you will see, you'll get a few weeks and then there might be a break, and then you'll see it a few weeks later. We really try to make sure that we have a variety throughout the season, so you don't get bored with one thing or the other, and there's always something new and interesting in the box. Alright, speaking of new, we've got this gorgeous bright light Swiss chard. I mean, look at that. That is just a thing of beauty. All those wonderful fluorescent colors, so beautiful. So this, you can eat everything. You can eat the stem, you can eat the leaves. I like to chop up the stems and saute them first, and then go ahead and add the leaves in at the last minute. This is really good, you know, with that typical, you know, any green that you're sauteing, just garlic, olive oil, a little cayenne pepper, and then a dash of lemon at the very end, and some Parmesan cheese on top. So delicious. We'll be putting a recipe in as well for a Swiss chard bread pudding that I really like. It's a savory bread pudding. I am a big fan of like using up what's left over. So if you have heels of bread, you just take and cut them coarsely into large cubes, and you just put them in the freezer, and when you've got enough accumulated, you can take them out and you can make this delicious, you know, bread pudding. It has Swiss cheese and nice savory herbs, and is just wonderful for a breakfast slice in the morning. I always like to find dishes that I can make ahead of time, and for our busy mornings we can just go ahead and pull it out of the fridge, and so that Swiss chard bread pudding is a delicious thing. So we'll be putting a recipe in for that as well. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Like all those fun colors. I love it. One of my favorites. Just so pretty to pick and so beautiful to look at. So of course, a few standbys, those delicious scallions. Always can find a use for them, and they're just so tender and beautiful right now. So I hope you've been enjoying those guys. We've got the scallions. We've got a new crop of radishes. So more of those Easter egg radishes, which are just so gorgeous. So, and again, you can use the greens as well if you're feeling adventuresome and want to do like a saute with those greens. You can use them as well. We've got those Hakurei turnips, which I just cut up, and for my snack today I had turnips and I had some roasted garlic hummus, so now I thoroughly feel garlified, but you can take and use them for a really wonderful dip. They are great. Make a spinach artichoke dip. You could probably even chop these up and add them, you know, for a little crunchiness in the dip as well. So I hope you're enjoying those guys. We have several more plantings planned of those, so we'll be enjoying those throughout the season. They also make a really good roasted turnip, you know, anything. Roasting, I tell people roasting brings out the magic. And I did a couple recipes, I believe a roasted turnip recipe last week that had both turnips and radishes in it. And whenever you roast things, I just feel like it takes the flavor up a notch. You want to get a nice hot oven, 400, 425. I use spray olive oil a lot in my kitchen, and it's just so easy. So I chop everything, I put it on parchment paper, spray olive oil it, season it up. We like things a little spicy, so I use like a a nice kind of, it's called slap your mama seasoning, but whatever you want, you know, salt and pepper are basic, but always, always good. Any herbs that you want, and you just roast them until they're tender. I would say, you know, maybe 10 minutes, and then give them a stir or a flip onto the other side, and you just want them to get caramelized and even a little like toasty, roasty, dark. I like having that flavor in there. So roast anything. You really cannot be disappointed by roasting it. So good. All right, something else that's new that you might enjoy, some beautiful, gorgeous cilantro this week. Cilantro, contrary to what you would think, like being, you know, a pair for your tomatoes and peppers and all that hot weather stuff, cilantro loves cold weather, and so it's actually going to grow best in the spring. We'll be planting it all year long, but it's going to be its happiest in the spring. So really delicious. Now we're enclosing a recipe for a cilantro and radish and cucumber salsa that I really like. It's like a fresh pico de gallo, a lot of flavor, and that's delicious on tacos. So if you want a really quick meal, that is a great thing. Or serve it with some corn chips if you're having a summer grill out or something like that. So we'll be enclosing a recipe for that. And you know, fresh cilantro just dresses up any canned salsa so nicely. Even just a very simple taco with whatever meat choice you like, and then that chopped cilantro and some of those scallions and a squeeze of lime, and that is just, you know, the best taco truck taco that you can make. So very good. We like the street taco. They're Mission brand, and they're small, and they have flour and corn. We like the flour, and they're called street taco tortillas, and they're small and fluffy, and they make just the best little tacos. So we could eat probably tacos every night. My husband's like, I will never ever turn down tacos, and so we make them all different ways, and they're fun. And when you have all the different foods, you can put them out, and kids can put what they want on there, and they're just a really fun meal to assemble. So there is our cilantro. And then we have a little surprise for you. So our potato plants are growing. They are a little later than usual, but you know, it is what it is this year. I think this rain and the heat is really helping to make up time for some of the springtime that we lost from being so wet and cold. But last year, we actually put potatoes in a root cellar. Jonathan built this amazing trash bin root cellar. It's a trash bin that is put into the ground, and the ground heat actually keeps things from freezing. So in November, we harvested the last of the potatoes, Kennebec potatoes. They're a white potato. They're really, really good roasted or mashed or whatnot. Harvested the last of the potatoes, put them in bags, and put them in the root cellar, root bin, and we are sharing some of those with you. They are still amazing and gorgeous, and these actually were harvested and grown last year. Isn't that so spectacular? We're gonna put a video at the end of this video about our root cellar. Now, the reason that we're giving you guys these is that they need to be eaten really soon. The potatoes are still nice and firm and really great quality. You'll probably want to peel them though, because they're starting to get some of these little eyes. And so just take and peel the potato and get those eyes knocked off. So you'll want to eat these in the next couple of days, because they're going to want to really put on, you know, growth on these little eyes. So we wanted to share the potatoes with you so you have a little something interesting to look forward to. But keep in mind, these are, you know, our last year potatoes that were harvested and lovingly put into a root cellar. We're so proud of that, and we're building onto that. So hopefully we can have more to offer in the future when we go out of season. But it's so cool, and we're so excited to be able to share just a handful, a little taste of potatoes with you. So make up a special little breakfast scramble or something and enjoy these guys. But you'll want to wash them, you'll want to peel them, and then cut them up and use them in the next couple of days, because they will start growing those crazy little eyes. Potatoes tend to last to a certain point, and then it's not like they go bad. They actually just know that they need to procreate and they need to put on, you know, fruiting mechanism to be able to reproduce. So they're putting on eyes because they know that they are coming close to the time that they need to be planted again. So that's what's going on there. But enjoy that little treat. We're so excited to share that with you. So that is our box. We've got some cool things coming up in the next few weeks. We're hoping that kohlrabi is going to be on the list for next week. Watching that, we're also looking at maybe some pak choi. So some different things coming into rotation with the boxes. Every week is like a fun package you get to open and enjoy. And we'd love to hear from you if you have any recipes or ideas that you want to share. Always just take and shoot me a text or post it on any of our social media posts. We'd love to see you. If you're not following us already and you're on social media, it's Big Rock Organics on Facebook and on Instagram, and you'll see all of our details there too and get to see kind of behind the scenes of what goes on. So we're gonna try to stay cool this week. We have plenty of popsicles loaded into the farm freezer, and our team has been amazing to go through a very rainy week last week and now a really hot week this week. So we'll see what the future holds, but enjoy your box. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for joining us on week 2 of our adventure. Bye guys, and enjoy this fun video about the potato cellar. Bye. Surprise, our trash can root cellar. This works wonderful for keeping things like potatoes all winter long.